Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Branders Podcast. I'm your host, Arab, along with my co-host, Edwin. And today we have on a guest that many of you on our podcast might not know. He's actually dabbles in the music world just a little bit, just 1.5 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Nothing crazy.
That's like...
We got the homie Bazanji on the podcast. Yo, Baz, welcome to the fucking podcast.
Oh, what's up, man? Thanks for having me.
What's up, baby?
You ever been on a podcast?
No, I haven't. Well, I've done like I guess podcast / interview,
Yeah.
but it was in person. It was never like online, and it was just one other person, so it wasn't a
With who?
Three-way conversation. One of my homies back home, he's actually my videographer. He had a podcast called Hometown Hustle.
Okay.
This was like 2 years ago.
Good name.
Yeah, so it was like a 30-minute interview, and actually there's a second one I did when I was in school, so I'll get to that later, but those are the only two I've done, so...
You a fan of the three-way?
Hey, bro.
Yeah, so you said you've done fucking 2 podcasts. One was 2 years ago, or an interview, I guess. 2 years ago was when you basically started blowing up, right?
It's 2021. It was probably like 2017, 2018, right around there. I actually did one more in like 2016, I think. His name's Taz. He used to be a WWE wrestler.
Okay.
Like big time. And he has a podcast / like radio show in New York.
Yeah.
So I was there for a bit and I pulled up to it and we did like an interview, a little fun time, so it was cool.
Yeah, but nothing as big as us, because we're like the fucking Adam 22, but like a little bit right now.
Yeah, what are you sipping on, bro?
I can't speak on it, it's a little disclosed beverage. A little nightcap.
That.
So Baz, you mentioned you were in school, whatever. How old are you right now?
I'm 25.
25. You make music.
Yeah.
I found you off my Discover Weekly a few years ago. I think it was Fed Up, which is one of your biggest songs, right?
That was one of the first ones to blow up. Yeah. So that came out in 2017, I think.
I think that's when I fucking found you. It was off my Discover Weekly. That came out. I was on my way to the fucking gym. I was like super into fitness at that point.
That was a new goal setting day in the gym, right?
It was a what?
A new goal setting day in the gym when you had that music on. Hit those PR personal records.
Yeah, and it was I was like, fuck, dude. Like I always loved listening to like new artists that I'd never heard of. And then I started listening to you and shit, and it was, I'm not like fucking, I don't have every song saved, but yeah, I've heard your shit. I forgot how we connected. What was it? I hit you up because of the Twitch streaming thing?
Yeah, you DM me. I think it was Zerka. You know Zerka?
Wait, Zerka, like the YouTuber?
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Zerka.
It was right around that time. I think it was the DMCA thing for Twitch or whatever, and he basically posted like these artists have like DMCA free music. And I don't know if it's related to that, but I think you DM me right around that time. So I don't know if you saw his tweet or something.
I didn't.
Oh, so it's just a coincidence?
I just wanted to see if I could listen to music on Twitch.
Yeah, no, see, that's what's up. But I thought it might have been related to that, but yeah. And then when you reached out, I was like, oh, this guy's dope. Like similar background, you do your thing. You have a lot of energy, so.
Fuck yeah, bro.
How long you been making music for?
Now it's like 10 years. So I really started taking it seriously my freshman year of college, which was 2012. I've been playing instruments like all my life. In high school, I was on the drum line. Played drums growing up. Before that, I was playing piano. So I mean, my parents, they moved here from England. Before that, they were in Iraq. And when they got here, like it was a first generation like American. They didn't really know how things work here, whatever. So instead of getting into sports and like being in AAU and all these, different things that people knew about here, we just had a neighbor that was like, oh, our kids take music lessons here. Like you should get your kids on that. And I was like 6, so I didn't really know. I wasn't like, yo, I want to do this. I want to do that. So she took me and my brother to go get music lessons. I started on piano. He started on guitar. After like a year, I switched to drums in the same music thing, and I like drums way more. Then I got to middle school, and I had like a friend group, and we all played drums, which was weird. That's kind of something we bonded over at that time. And then got to high school, I was, in the drum line and all that stuff. So grew up playing instruments, but I never listened to like hip hop at that time. I never thought I'd make rap music. I wasn't really doing anything vocally. And then my senior year of high school, one of my friends got a microphone, and he was like dabbling with rap music a little bit, but not really taking it seriously. And I was like, oh, let me try a verse. And since I played drums, I had the rhythm, I had the cadence, and I was like, oh, this is dope. When I wrote that first verse, I was like, oh shit, now I got to keep going. Like, this is fun. It's like when you find something you really enjoy, and like that beginning phase where it's so fun that you don't want to stop. It's like I would like grab food, take it back up to my room and just write verses, like different beats, freestyling over other people's beats, just shit like that. Could we cuss on here?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh
no,
my
you
god,
can't.
please.
No,
oh my god, please.
Yeah. You can say whatever the fuck you want, bro. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Literally, there's no boundary on here.
Yeah, so that's how it started. And then, like I said, he was just kind of messing around with it. He was like borrowing a microphone from his friend. So then I took that Rock Band microphone. Remember how that shit came up?
Hell
the drums, the microphone, all that?
Hell yeah.
So I took that, like plugged the USB in my laptop, figured out how to make it work, got on GarageBand, this and that, and I messed with it a bit.
Wait, that shit worked on an actual PC?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it was dope. Just messed around a bit. Like I didn't really know what I was doing. I was clicking buttons and stuff. And then my freshman year of high school, I was like, yo, I really enjoy this. Like when you get to college, or my freshman year of college, when you get to college, it's like, all right, you go to class, you do whatever, but you got to find things to do outside of class that you enjoy. And for me, it was music. It was like when I was getting back from class or whatever, sometimes not even going to class, it's because I was making music. So then I was DJing a little bit, just around campus to get enough money. And I maybe got like $500 or $1,000 after doing like a prom or like a sorority party or something like that.
Yeah.
Bought a microphone, bought the setup. And from there, it was just like, when I got it, I was like, oh, this is like what I needed, like a nice microphone, whatever. This can be super easy. So I go to record that first track. And I remember I recorded the vocals and I watched like a YouTube tutorial, like put this plugin on, put this, and you'll sound like J. Cole, or you'll sound like how to sound like this artist mix or whatever. Put it on. My shit sounded garbage, like the mix of it. And I was like, oh, this is going to be way harder than I thought. So then it was just like years and years of learning how to mix and, YouTube tutorials, trial and error and all that. And now, like I'm in my own studio, I mix all my music and I don't go to outside studios with an engineer and things like that. So, I do it all in here. So, I could start a song. Earlier today, I started a song and finished it in the same night. It's not like I have to wait 3 weeks to send it out and have this person do that and have that person do that.
Do you think that that's a more efficient way of doing things? Like not having... Like, because we got a homie that we had on the podcast a while ago. He only mixes and masters. He does nothing else but mix and master. But he's like really, really good at it because that's like his specialty, right?
Cool.
So it's like,
I would say there's two ways to look at it. So one would I don't want to advise every artist like, yo, you should mix and master your own music, because some people, like for me, it took so long. It took like 2-3 years for me to get my music.
Tell them their shit. Say it.
No, I'm not. It's not the music. I'm saying a great artist can sound like shit if the mix is bad.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Can sound great if the mix is good.
Yeah.
If you're like at that point where you're like, I need to get off my feet and I need to get this going now, it might be worth it paying $200 or however much to go get an engineer to mix it and have it sounding like somewhat competitive with, today's
y'all heard it here.
Sound.
He's talking shit about all of you.
Yeah.
All y'all are ass at mixing.
But what I'm saying is, if you got the time to do it yourself and learn it, in the long run, that shit is way more useful.
Yeah.
Like, luckily, I didn't blow up when I was 17 or 16 because my shit was not at that level. Now that I've gotten here, or even like 20, I would say my mixes got good in like 2015, 2016, and I started in 2012.
Right.
And so now I'm self-sustainable. Like, I don't need to go to a studio. I need to do this.
Yeah.
If it took me from 2012 to 2017 to blow up, and I was paying for studio time that whole time, I would have quit.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't have been able to afford it.
Right.
So that's the two sides of it. If you see what I'm saying.
Right.
People don't understand the importance of actually understanding a craft like through and through. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, if you don't know what you want something to sound like if you never taught yourself or learned, you can't really tell somebody what you want something to sound like. You get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, building off that, I mean, I try to go to studios. Like, I went to one of the nicest studios in New York City to record this song in 2015, I think. And it turned out like shit. And I was like, I spent probably $500, $1,000, and
you can't get your money back. It's done.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, I mean, it wasn't even about the money. It was more about the excitement of being in the studio and then realizing, oh, this isn't all that. For me, at least, for me. You know, I'm not the type of person when I'm recording, I like having people party in the background, like girls shaking her ass over there, this going on over there. Like, I like to be by myself in the room because that's when I can be the most vulnerable and I can like say shit that I wouldn't say if someone else is in the room.
Yeah.
So honestly, like doing it for this long, mixing has probably become one of my favorite parts of it. And it's probably the most frustrating part, but it's also like I'm the one making my music sound the way it sounds. Like, I want that shit to be that frequency. I want this to be that volume. Like, I'm putting all the things on. Oh, this is dope. Let me add this on top of it and see what it sounds like. So it's not like I'm just telling someone, yo, can you double that and, you know, pan it to the right and go down 2 dBs and expecting it to turn out how I want it to sound, you know? Some things you can't like verbally, you can't put into words how you want something to sound that's in your head.
Are you a fan of Russ?
Yeah, I fuck with Russ.
I fuck with Russ heavy, dude.
Yeah, and you kind of look like him.
Yeah, I was telling Edwin, bro. I was telling him as soon as my hair gets to that point, bro, I'm gonna look exactly like him. Yeah,
I remember. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you got it. You got it.
Oh yeah, I got on the Russ. I think 2016.
I think 2017 is when I got on him.
Yeah, at that point, the first song I heard was Tsunami, I think it was called.
Mine was
that shit's fire.
Mine was I was with a chick, bro. I was with a chick. We are going to get fucking. I remember it. We are going to get, you know, that roll up ice cream.
Yeah.
We are going to get that shit, bro. And she fucking puts on "Ain't Nobody Taking My Baby."
Oh yeah, damn. So Shorty like, put you on.
Yeah.
No, but I remember I heard it and I looked up his story or kind of like what was good with him, and I was like, oh shit, I'm kind of doing the same shit he's doing.
Exactly.
Like, I've been doing this for years now, and he was bigger than me, and he still is bigger than me. I'm like, now I have someone to look at that's doing this on a larger scale that I can somewhat, you know, like model myself behind, or at least see someone that it kind of gives you that hope at times, you know.
Do y'all talk?
Back then, no, I've never talked to him, but back then, you know, at a time where it's like shit's not happening, and you look at someone else who was also in that same trajectory and they did their thing, it's like, oh, all right, someone else is doing it. Because it would have been easy to be like, damn, no other artist is mixing their music. Maybe that's the problem. Like, maybe I got to do what everyone on IG is doing or looks like they're doing and going to a studio or linking up with this person or doing that. So at the end of the day, everybody got their own road. And he was kind of one of the first people to show that like different road and really make it successful.
Yeah. Dude, I respect hustle.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not a huge Russ fan personally, like as far as his music goes, but I really, really respect his business mentality and like how he tries putting like new rappers onto the fact that like, dude, you can't sell your masters, like you can't be a slave to these people, like, you know what I'm saying? Because like
that's a whole different conversation, bro.
Well, let's get into that conversation,
listen,
because one of our last.
I agree with you.
Go ahead.
I actually have a bunch of questions for you because like you're like one of the first people that we've had on that actually produces music. And I have like an interest in the industry just from like an understanding standpoint. So like my first question is, do you produce your own music? Do you like sit there in FL Studio and produce your own tracks or no?
Some of them, not all of them, but a majority of them I don't. Like out of my top 5 on Spotify, I think I produced 2 or 3 of them.
Okay, so with that, how does licensing a beat work? Because I've never understood that.
So I mean, at the end of the day, anybody can set their own terms in a contract. It's what you and whoever you're working with agree with. So, you know, I work solely with a producer. His name is Just Kim. I met him on Instagram and we work like hand in hand. He's like basically almost like an in-house producer in terms of like, I'll send him ideas. He'll make a beat. He'll send me beats. I'll edit them. Like, when he sends me a beat, I'll pull up all the files and I'll cut this, I'll do this so I can get it how I want it. But like, he's one of the first producers I've worked with where we're that close. It's kind of like my right-hand man where we go back and forth on shit. You know, I'll send him a song. So we have like our own agreement in place, and it's like everything, every song is the same. So like we have a certain agreement. There are other producers, like there's YouTube producers where you can go on their BeatStars page or whatever it is, a beat you hear on YouTube, you can lease the beat, which is like a $30, just download it and upload it, but you don't own the beat, you don't have any sort of
yeah, but then if you make money off of it, who does it go to?
Yeah.
Typically it goes to you, but if a song blows up, like for example, I don't know the exact details of this, so I'm gonna speak lightly on it. But Lil Nas X, Old Town Road, I saw an interview with the producer, and he was saying Lil Nas X leased that beat, like the $30 thing I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And luckily he had the contract in place from that lease. Basically, I don't know what the contract said, but a standard lease is probably like if it gets more than this many streams, then we have to move to like an official contract.
Right.
So then it turned into like a, he got his share of it and he owns however much of the song. But if he didn't have that and it was just like you can buy this beat for $30, then he would have only made $30 off that song.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah.
And like I said, I'm speaking lightly because I don't know the exact situation.
Right. But that makes sense.
Like the general,
yeah. Dude, the whole like leasing beats, buying beats, that shit is just like so like weird to me because like it's like you can go on YouTube and go on like these like non-copyright beat like like Travis Scott type beat shit and
that's
like free. It's like free to download, free to use, right? So like my question is, if I go on YouTube and the beat is free to use, free to download, and I use it for a song, like will they ever be able to get money from me or what?
So it's kind of a tricky question. In a lot of cases that I've seen, if you're not that big of an artist and you just download that beat and you want to use it, basically all they ask for in return is like putting in the title produced by whoever, just they get exposure out of it. But if one of those songs blows up, typically the paperwork has something in place that says like if it gets more than this many streams, then I get this.
Yeah, but it's not even that. Like it's like I literally just ripped it off of YouTube. I put it in a song. I uploaded it to SoundCloud and it blew up. And there's nothing on the description or anything on YouTube about like contracts or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like where's
like,
there
is because when they post those things, it usually links it to like a BeatStars page or something.
Got you.
When you download it, there is some sort of contract, standard contract associated with it. But the other thing about those beats is, say you did that, and then 1,000 other people did that.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I used to get a couple beats off YouTube, but I would buy them like exclusively. So when I would buy it, the producer would take it off YouTube, take it off BeatStars and everything. But say it had already been up for 2 weeks. Some like 500 other people might have had that beat. So like sometimes I'll upload a song that I own, like I have paperwork saying I own it on YouTube, and it'll be like copyright claim this song, and it's like some song with like 30 views, and it's like with YouTube it's really hard to sometimes to get around those things, and like obviously you can appeal it or whatever, but at that point I was like, all right, now I'm only getting beats that haven't even been put on the internet yet, because I wasn't trying to deal with that no more. But even from the start, like I started on those $30 leases or whatever, and then it got to a point where I was like, I'm thinking long term. I'm like, I want to own this shit, so let me buy these exclusively so I can have them, because like now I basically own my entire discography. So it's like if I was leasing all those beats and like say some business move happened down the road, there would be a bunch of hands involved. Oh, I need this, I need that. Like I have ownership of this. It'd get too confusing. I'm kind of OCD about that shit. I'm like, let me own this. I know this. I got my paperwork in place.
So I have to expand on that beat conversation with the leasing and this and that. So how do fucking samples work? I've always wondered that too. Let's say you take a song. A sample is like when you take a song from like the 1980s, 1990s, or even a current song.
It could be anything.
Anything. Yeah. So like let's say I take like the beginning of a Kanye song and I use like 3 seconds of it for a sound in my music, and I take like this and that. You know what I'm saying? What? How does that work as far as like ownership?
So basically, like these big artists that do it, you have to get it cleared. So you pay X amount, or you contact them. They might, say, "Oh, I fuck with you. I'll do it."
Yeah, dude. Like
that's crazy.
So you got to get it cleared. A lot of people don't get it cleared and just assume they're not big enough for people to find out, which can be the case sometimes. Like
but that can bite them in the ass if it blows up.
Yeah,
right?
I had some songs like previously released that had samples on it, but like back in 2015, and I took them all off my Spotify page because I was like, "Yo, if my shit gets big, I don't want like a lawyer coming saying this and that." But a lot of people will do it and release it, and sometimes the shit will get taken down. Like even a big artist, if they don't clear it, it will get taken down. But if it doesn't, if it blows up, for example, another situation I don't want to speak too much on, but the Juice World song.
Yep. It was by Yellow Card.
No, the Sting one. When Sting came back after the song had already blown up, and he was like, "You didn't clear this sample. I'm taking 95% of the royalties of this song."
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I don't know the exact details that happened, but basically it's like with music, I feel like a lot of people kind of push the line and just kind of do shit sometimes, just hoping that, you know, someone might not know.
Yeah, they don't get caught. Yeah.
Or they don't know because it could have been the producer and they're like, oh, he made the beat, it must be cleared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So it can be a lot of different situations, but at the end of the day, bro, if you don't have like paperwork, even if you're not a big artist, bro, get paperwork, get something signed saying who owns what.
That's not what I wanted to hear. I'm not gonna lie to you, because dude, there's so much politics in that. Because as a smaller creator, as a smaller music producer, like getting in contact with these people has to be fucking difficult. Like getting cleared for like a Kanye sample is like impossible, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, that's just kind of tough. Like you can't put a song on. I mean, you could. It probably wouldn't get taken down if it's got like 1,000 streams. But I'm saying like legally, you can't just, you know, for music at least, you can't just take Kanye's. As much as I wish I could. That's why mixtapes were dope back in the day.
Yeah,
because people were just rapping all over each other's beats, but it wasn't for sale. But like for you to make money off someone else's music, like even if it's a sample, I mean. The sampling thing is tricky, bro. Like I see where you're coming from, and I do agree with you. There are many times where I wish I could just, you know, let me get Kanye Can't Tell Me Nothing and chop this up and do that.
It, you know? Bro. You ever listen?
You could do that and put on YouTube probably, but you can't like put on Spotify and iTunes and shit.
You ever listen to like old Tyga? I forget what it was called, but he had an entire mixtape where every single song on the mixtape was a song that was super popular by somebody else, like Lil Wayne, like this and that, and he'd rap over all of it, and it was so fucking good. But like, he made no money off of it.
Just dropped one of those.
Yeah, couldn't you still keep it on Spotify but give them the royalties for it?
See, that comes down to what they want.
Right. I mean, like, okay. So on that note, I have a question.
Every situation is different.
When they hit you up, have you ever had like a song get cease and desisted, or whatever?
I ran into a bit of a issue that I had to figure out, but I don't want to talk on it.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask like specifics. Let me know if you. Let me know if you can answer or not. But like when they hit you, when a company goes to cease and desist a person for a song, is it normally just is it like straight into we're gonna sue you, or do they give you cease and desist first and say like, yo, listen, fuck off, so we don't have to sue you? So because those record labels are scary.
It wasn't for me. It wasn't a label. It was a lawyer. Basically emailed me saying, blah blah blah. You don't have like a written agreement saying, you know, you own this or that.
Yeah.
If you don't respond in this period of time, we are filing a takedown for your music off Spotify, Apple Music, whatever.
Okay, so it's nothing crazy, or does that?
Nah, but it wasn't crazy, but. I assumed a Twitter conversation of me buying a beat was enough to say, yo, I do have you know, legal rights to use this. And like, no, there's no formal. That's what I'm saying though. Like,
that's crazy.
If people are really want to get the bread and get down to it, if you don't have like proper paperwork and shit in place, you can get fucked. So
what isn't that like? Isn't there verbal contract? Isn't that like a verbal contract basically?
But look, this the other side of it. All right, say you wanna take it to court or whatever. You wanna, argue back and forth about it. Your song is getting taken off Spotify till it gets resolved, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a big loss for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying this to scare anyone. I don't want to be like, oh, make sure you have your paperwork in place, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying it for like the younger people or like people earlier in their career coming up. Like, keep that in the back of your mind when you're doing shit. Because even if you think you're doing it for fun, some shit might pop off and you have to be ready so that you can take advantage of it. That's why I'm saying. I'm not saying it to put people in their place and, yo, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. It's more of like, bro, if you're doing this to get big, there's a good chance you might get big. So be ready for that shit. Have your paperwork in place because you don't want to get big and then get fucked. You know what I'm
No,
saying? Because of a decision you made like 3 years ago when you thought you were just rapping in your bedroom and putting on this shit for your friends. You know what I'm saying?
I've wanted to ask somebody that actually makes music like professionally these questions for a long time. I just haven't had an opportunity to because I've always wondered that. And the reason that I say that those weren't the answers I wanted is because like I edit videos, like I edit like you know we like post YouTube videos, vlogs and shit. And I take clips from here, I take clips from there, I take you know what I'm saying, and I make something as creatively as possible, right? And there's no downside to it really. Like
They claim it.
Worst part is
They claim it.
Yeah, worst part is they claim it, but I'm not even saying that. I'm saying like let's say like I take a funny clip from a video that's just like a random meme on YouTube and I splice it into an edit or whatever. Like that random clip, sometimes it gets claimed or whatever. The reason that I'm like, but a lot of the time, like sometimes I'll like put a video together and it won't get copyright claimed at all, even though there's copyrighted music in it. There's like this and that. But like the reason I say that's like disappointing to hear is because it sounds like there's a lot of red tape around like being creatively as free. You get what I'm saying?
100,000%. 100,000%. Yeah, man, it's tough. But I mean,
fuck the DMCA, right? Fuck them,
bro. Fuck all this shit going on, bro. Just but it's just hard because, bro, at the end of the day, I get it. Like, it's
For sure, right?
Involved. If someone sampled my song and made $100 million off it,
you'd want
like,
money. Yeah.
Would it be fucked up for me to be like, yo? Well, obviously depends, you know, how much of the song they took. Did they pitch it up? Did they do it so much they can't even recognize it?
But you'd want to be like, give me a little, you know, give me some money. Yeah. Like,
yeah, but if it's like blatant, like, oh, that's my melody, like that's my fucking like intro to my song that you're just making your own money off of, like, it's fair to say you want some money. But for shit like YouTube and things like that, I think that's a completely different situation. Like, I want to watch a YouTube video where it clips this video from over here that's funny, that fits into the video.
Yeah, exactly.
And YouTube, I don't know YouTube as well as I know music shit, but I feel like YouTube might be a little less lenient about taking your video down. They typically just claim it. Is that right?
Yeah, they just claim it. They never take it down.
That's usually more for audio instead of actual video,
yes,
right?
correct. So the only time it ever gets claimed, which is also a fuck you to the DMCA, RIA, whatever, RIAA or whatever. The only reason our videos can't get monetized is because of the music in them. It's not because of the clips I get from memes and like different videos and shit. If I made it,
music, bro.
Hey, I'm down. I'm down, baby. I'm down.
That's
for
what
real.
I do, bro. I have a whole Spotify playlist called
copyright free.
Like, it's on my page. It's like Bazanji copyright free, or like rap and hip hop copyright free, or whatever. I don't claim any of my music on YouTube for that exact reason, bro. Because I want people to have have the freedom to use whatever they want whenever they want. Like, I could make a bag claiming videos off YouTube, but I would rather not, because I would rather
long term
get the exposure.
Exactly.
Oh, I heard that song in YouTube video, or let that person that wants a good song to use. Oh, I like your song, I want to use it. All right, go ahead, use it. Like, no problem, man. I'm not gonna take off your money because you're using my song. You know, it's
And all it takes is one YouTube video to explode to people be like, holy fuck, this artist is good.
Yeah.
I think so. I was gonna ask you that. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you that. You know, we'll come back to the fed up point, but I wanted to ask, like, a lot of artists don't understand. I don't want it to be like this, where like we're YouTubers, right? It's like, there's thumbnail designers that'll come up and say, you know, they only want to do it for exposure, and that exposure normally isn't worth, you know, like you giving them a little shout out or putting their name in the description for them making you a thumbnail. But when
it comes, worth for you or for them?
No, for them. It's not worth for them. You know, it never ends up being worth. It might be worth for connections. You know, maybe you've built a connection with this big famous person and that'll lead to a job, whatever. But it's never worth for them that shout out. It doesn't do anything. When you're an artist, all right, like I'm on Twitch, right? The amount of people that I've put on to fucking Quinn 92, I think is what it is. Quinn XCI. You listen to him? Yeah.
I don't listen to him, but I've heard of him.
One of my favorite artists, right? And then the DMCA shit happened, and now I can't fucking listen to him. I had like thousands of hours. I think like 5,000-6,000 hours last year listen to him, right? And the amount of people, thousands of people that I'd put on. And then
on YouTube or Twitch?
On Twitch. Oh, yeah. The amount of people that I'd put onto his music, right? Because I was always listening to it all day. And then the DMCA shit happens, and I hit him up, and he's down. He's like, yeah, for sure, you can use my music. But then his label tells him to fuck off, and I can't use his music, you know? Like,
that's how it is, bro.
Is it worth, for you as an artist, do you see that it's worth that exposure? People listening, like, to your shit? Where's that trade-off?
I mean, I definitely see it, bro. I'm really not in this for grabbing every bit of money I can. You know, obviously I make enough to make a living and have a good life, but I'm not the type of person where it's like, oh, I can make another X amount of money off YouTube a month if I claim everyone's videos. Yeah, sir, go ahead and click that button. Like, take all this shit.
Yeah,
Give me all that.
yeah.
Like, I'm not that kind of person, bro.
Right.
I'm like, yo, if someone comments, yo, I heard your music from this person's video, my money's made.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Dude, I love that mentality because that is how we think too.
He might tell 5 people
long term.
Yeah, bro. Like,
planting the seed. I tell people all the time, listening to this or whatever on Twitch, blah blah, that entertainment in all forms is about planting the seed, right? Like I might have 120,000 fucking followers on Twitter or whatever, or 500K on Twitch, but the amount of millions of people that know who I am, similar to you, right? Like you have 11K on Twitter, you have 1.5 million on monthly listeners on Spotify. But how many more million do you think have heard your fucking name and know who you are? And if they hear, they're like, oh, I know that guy.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I look at, so my Twitter, I don't use my Twitter as like, I just post like new music here. Like I might say something, but I'm not that big on Twitter. Spotify, actually, you have your own followers on Spotify. Yeah. I think I have like 180,000 followers on Spotify.
Right.
So they're following me because they want to hear my music. They're not following me because they want to see what I say or this or that.
Right.
Like, look at how many people have 2 million followers on Instagram and have 100,000 monthly listeners on Spotify.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could release a song. I just did release a song, actually, 20 minutes ago. But I could release a song. And now,
what is it?
I've been releasing I release every Friday. I release a new song. This one's more of like
every Friday. Song. Oh, you are on some Rush shit, bro. You are on some Rush shit.
So, yeah, because I graduated in May from dental school. I moved.
My man.
Yeah, I moved to Miami, and I was like, I'm doing music full time. And this was the first time I've had like my whole time dedicated to music. And I was like, bro, so there's a formula behind this shit, bro. I can get into it. So
get into it.
All right. So I'm an independent artist, right?
Okay.
When I release a song, it's not on New Music Friday. It's not on Rap Caviar.
Those are all because of record labels. They put them on there?
99%. I mean, go look at the songs on there and find me an artist that's not on a label. New Music Friday, you might find a few.
Okay.
Rap Caviar. Actually, Russ did get on Rap Caviar last week, which is dope. He basically has the cheat code now. Like, he figured the shit out, bro. Because he's on playlists and he's independent, so he like won. It's over. But for me, like what I'm saying is, I don't get on playlists, so I can drop an album, right? Let me drop an album. How'd you say you found my music?
Discover Weekly on Spotify.
Discover Weekly. All right, so you have Release Radar every Friday.
Yeah, I listen to Release Radar and Discover Weekly.
All right,
those are run by Spotify, right?
Yeah, no, they are. Yeah. So say I drop an album tonight, right? You check your Release Radar tomorrow. How many of my songs are gonna be on it?
That song is gonna be on it, or what?
No, if I drop an album,
probably one, right?
One song, right?
Yeah.
So if I drop a 10-song album and you only get one song on it, then how many people are gonna hear the 9 other songs?
Yeah.
So I just put out 10 songs just for one song to get exposure.
Yeah, because that's how I find my new music. I don't go anywhere else. It's Release Radar every fucking Thursday night. Yeah. After Thursday night, I think it's Thursday night. I check morning. And I'm like, all right, who do I fucking listen to that's got a new song? And I see the one song. And I'm like, oh, sick. He just came up with a new song. Is it good?
Release on Fridays now.
Really?
Before it used to be like, I think it was like Tuesdays were the release date for artists. Like all label artists or like industry artists drop on the same date for the most part. And it's because the way that works, and also because of like first week sales and shit start from whatever date to whatever date. So if you drop on like a Wednesday, then you lose 2 days out of that first week.
Yeah.
What's first week sales? What's that metric for?
Do you follow Academics on Instagram?
I know who he is. I don't follow him though.
Yeah. So he'll post like, oh, typically when artists release an album, it's like they sell X amount first week. Before, it wasn't as like glorified by the audience, but nowadays
it is. Yeah.
Like people be like, oh, he sold 6K first week, like flop. a rap L, like triple cardboard, and that shit's funny. Like sometimes the comments crack me up. It's like he went triple aluminum foil.
Dude, academics comments are undefeated, bro. They fucking flame his shit, dude.
Like, bro, I always watch his Twitch. That dude, I fuck with academics heavy.
Bro, yeah, it's funny because like you said it earlier, like somebody will have 2 million on Instagram and then put up an album, put up a song, and it does shit numbers, and that's what you see a lot of the time when he does post those numbers. You're like, what? You're like everyone knows who this is. How the fuck are they selling 10K like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but back to what I was saying though, like if I dropped the album, it will flop because I don't have playlists. A lot of those artists that are getting those numbers, if you look at how many are coming from streaming and how many are coming from digital sales, and then you look at their streaming and see what playlists they're on, bro, if you're on some of these playlists, you're guaranteed X million amount of streams like in a week.
Yeah.
Do you think they bought them too as well?
I don't know about all that.
Dude, you don't gotta say it, but here's what I'm gonna say.
I really don't know.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
I know there's shady shit that goes
randomly, you ever had your Spotify randomly switch songs or pause or shit?
I've heard about it. It hasn't happened to me, but I heard about it.
So what happens, because they need actual accounts, these botters, they'll hack your accounts. They'll do like these mass hackings, and they'll play music, and they'll start playing famous people, like people that are already big's music. So everyone listening, so basically like they'll hack accounts on a mass scale, and then whenever somebody buys, whether it's the artist or the label, or it could be somebody random, plays on Spotify, they'll run these accounts. It'll be your account. Like you'd have to change your password for it to get off your account. They'll run your account, so it's an actual real active account on that song, so it counts as a fucking play.
Yep.
That's just happened to me multiple times.
It's happened to me. It's happened to me for real, 100%.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but back to the point I was making. So like you said, if I drop an album on Friday and you check your release radar, there's one song.
Right.
I'm not getting playlist support, this and that, to pick up however many other songs or have people tune into the album. So for me, it's literally just my followers on Spotify and Spotify's algorithm that are driving my streams. And obviously my social media, whatever, people might go from there as well. But like the core of it is, all right, people follow me on Spotify. Let me release a song every Friday that's going to get on their release radar. Like I had a friend hit me up. He's like, bro, every Friday I see your damn picture on my fucking release radar icon. He's like, this is the smartest marketing move I've seen in forever. And I'm just like, bro, if I'm an artist, if I call myself an artist and I don't have enough music to release one song a week, it's not for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like saying you're a YouTuber and you can't put out a video a week if that's what you do.
Right.
Like obviously there are different types of YouTubers. I'm saying if you're
majority of YouTubers, yeah.
I'm not saying you have to put it out. I'm saying if you don't have the content.
No, it's okay. Talk shit. It's okay. Talk shit about us. Don't worry.
Well, no, I want to see Edwin's face. I want to hear what you say.
Hey, bro.
Maybe that's a bad example.
No, it's a great example. It's a really good example.
It's not. It is. But I remember when Gucci Mane went to jail, bro. He's still releasing a fucking album like every other week, bro. That motherfucker has music for a millennia.
Bro, Gucci is undefeated. Even Future, bro. Future apparently is in the studio every day. So
bro, real quick, I want to make one more comment going back to like the legality side of all this, bro. You know what I think is the most fucked up thing about the like copyright, like the DMCA, like RIA shit, is that they don't just stop at taking your money. Like they're not just like, yo, we're gonna claim this and take your money.
So dude, this is the Twitch shit, not the YouTube shit, right? You're talking about
all of it.
Just the company, just the fucking
YouTube,
organization.
YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. If you get enough copyright strikes or DMCA notifications, your entire account will get banned. Your entire account will get deleted forever. And if you don't have a connect or somebody that can bring it back, you're fucked. For example,
you got deleted.
He got deleted one time recently for DMCA. I've gotten several DMCA warnings. Like now on Twitch, because it got so bad, there's a thing in your creator studio that says copyright strikes on this channel.
I've seen that.
Yeah, so it's like, bro, like that's the problem. I think if DMCA, if RIA, if they just want the money, bro, take it. I don't care. Take the money. But the fact that at any fucking moment I can wake up and my entire account that I've worked on for years, my entire following is just gone because of a clip that I posted in fucking 2014 that has a fucking Kanye West song in it, is like kind of fucked up, bro. Like I don't see why they take it that far.
Dude, you know they'll go to the point. I
agree with you, bro.
Like fair use, bro. Like if I'm making a meme off your song that has to do with the lyrics or whatever, and I put in these edits that have taken fucking hours on end to get this done, at least don't fucking take it. Like don't strike me. Take it down, delete it.
Delete it. Delete it. I don't give a fuck. Delete it.
I've had that same issue on my YouTube too, and I know exactly how you feel, bro. This actually happened kind of recently. I was driving and I was at a red light or something. I checked my email and I got an email. It was like copyright
Strike.
copyright issue or something. No, because it wasn't on YouTube. It was about Spotify. It was like, oh, copyright infringement. Fed Up has been removed from all streaming services.
No way. And that's one of your biggest songs,
bro.
Yeah.
Literally my biggest song on Spotify right now. And I'm driving, bro. The light turns green. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, hold on, I gotta get home, bro. Hit the U-turn, go home, get on my computer, look it up.
Yeah.
Bro, basically they were like, I'm not gonna say any companies or this or that.
Yeah,
or whatever,
right.
I mean, being independent, I don't have as much protection from certain shit as an artist on the label because I don't have
the labels run shit. They run the world.
Yeah, like if somebody tried to fuck with one of the artist's music, they would have different manners to contact that person or stop it from happening or whatever. So I get this notification. It's like, we're not the ones that issued the takedown, so we can't do anything about it. Like, we can't tell you who got this, put this infringement on. Like, sorry. Pretty much just like, sorry. I'm like, fuck you mean sorry? Like, you don't realize what you just did to my whole career. And basically, I got down to the bottom of it, and I think it got taken down for like a day, and I put it back up, and luckily it stayed on all its numbers and shit. But a massive company, I'm not gonna say which one.
Don't worry, we don't think it's UMG.
And no, not a label, not a label. Like
they're the ones that fuck everyone.
No. It's an app. It's an app. Somebody, I don't even know how this shit works, but somebody in a different country basically said they owned Fed Up, and I was the one copyrighting it.
Yeah.
And they issued a takedown on my shit, and basically everyone was like, sorry, they said they own it, like it's getting taken down. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, is there not more protection where it's like
no
they can hit me up and be like, yo, are you sure you don't own it? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, they can't hit me up and be like, oh, are you sure you don't own this?
Bro, one thing I've realized, and specifically about DMCA, is that all these companies are fucking so afraid of DMCA, dude. Because that's what happens with Twitter. When you get a Twitter takedown, when your account gets like deleted, or if your post gets fucking taken off, they'll send you an email that says that it was a third-party DMCA takedown where they contacted Twitter to act upon these accounts that are infringing on copyright. And Twitter is like, well, our hands are tied. We kind of just have to fuck your shit up right now, like because if we don't, they're gonna sue our ass.
Yeah, so I'm actually curious because I used to do this thing called Bazanji bars where I would just freestyle over other people.
I've had those before after I work out, like the protein bars.
So I would post it on my Twitter, my Instagram, my YouTube, and I haven't done it in like 6 months, but they were all over like whatever was the hottest song at the moment. So like I never monetized any of it, but I don't know how. I guess I didn't get taken down for it.
Now, if you're not monetizing it, I don't think I think they're much more lenient.
You can't monetize on Twitter, right?
You can, but only a few people have it.
It doesn't matter though. It's not even a monetization thing. It's like a copyright infringement. It like because like people's accounts on Twitter get deleted all the time that don't have monetization. It's just like almost like a principle thing. Like I uploaded a video yesterday, and the snippet of the video had a Kanye West song in it, and I left it up for like 5 hours, and that was it, because I was like, I'm deleting this. The moment it stops getting likes and the moment it stops feeding people to the video, I was like, I'm deleting it. There's no I'm keeping that shit up.
Bro, I went through my Twitter, even stepping on that line, bro.
Dude, I went through my Twitter for, like since the beginning of my fucking Twitter, and I deleted every single clip, dude, that had any sort of music in it from the beginning.
Bro, I think go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, if you built all that up, like if it was me, I see that plaque on your wall. I got one.
It's nice, huh? Was that something you always wanted, or you didn't care for that shit?
Nah, I definitely wanted that shit.
That was one of my dreams for sure, dude. I got it the same day I graduated college.
Oh yeah.
That's sick.
So it was cool.
No, what I'm saying is like if that's your, I guess your main, I don't know if it is your main source of income or whatever, but like you were saying, you could just wake up one day and it's gone.
Yeah.
Bro, I wouldn't even be touching, like this could potentially do it. I'm staying away from that shit, bro.
I just don't think they could act upon it in 5 hours, dude. There's no way. Like there's so much other shit. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, I have a lot of shit that still is up probably, and it has music in the background or whatever. Every time they strike me, I put in like a counter appeal, and I'm pretty sure they tend to remove it. Because like I'm like listen,
me too.
I'm like, listen, I've deleted it. I don't think it was copyright. Like it was fair use. Here's why, etc. They don't even let you see it, by the way. They don't let you see what they deleted.
Yeah.
They just delete it. Like it says this tweet has been suspended or something. It's not deleted. It's just taken down. They don't let you see it. So when it gets taken down, you have to explain what it is. You don't even fucking know what it is, bro. You just have to bullshit in your mind.
Like, I got the answer. Use my music.
Yes, sir.
I knew
yes,
it.
Sir.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew it. I respect it. I respect it.
I like
That's
that,
sick,
bro.
bro.
I like that. And by the way, anyone listening, his links are all in the description. Fucking Spotify, Twitter, Instagram, all of it. Hey, bro, it's a podcast. The whole point of a podcast is to, understand.
Let me just say,
yeah.
Make sure if you do use a song, it is from that playlist that says copyright free, because some of them, like I was saying, are from YouTube beats where people still claim them.
That's why you made them like that. Okay.
Yeah, I have a specific playlist, and it's a majority of my songs, but I just make, because I don't want to put a song in there and someone uses it and they're like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Fucking
You know what I heard?
Bazanji scam me, bro.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I'm for the
You know what
creative.
I heard happen? You know what I heard happen to people before? They'll buy a beat and they'll fucking make a song and they'll upload it and everything will be cool. But then the producer of the beat, like a YouTube fucker, right? He'll sell that same beat to like 10 other people. You know what I'm saying? Like low key.
Yeah.
And then they'll copyright your shit. Like that. I don't know, dude. I feel like the music industry out of any entertainment industry is the one that has the most loopholes. It's the one that has the most like fucked up, like backdoor shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else is like this.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. You can get rich quick, you can get big quick on the internet, but you can also get taken down real fucking quick. So you better
Yeah,
be wise.
Gary Vee has a quote that he said, and it's rung with me ever since he tweeted it. He said, anytime there's new technology or whatever, there's the turtles there's the rabbits that try to make as much money as fast as possible before, they don't actually give a fuck about it. They're just there to make money. There's the turtles that actually care about the craft, figure out a way to, long-term stay relevant, make money, etc. And then like that's kind of what you are, basically. You're not there to fucking make a quick buck off everything you can fucking do. You're just there to build this long fucking legacy, kind of, you know what I'm saying? And just spread the word.
Yeah, bro.
It's a long game, it's not a sprint, it's a fucking marathon. So I got go ahead.
I was gonna say the good thing about now versus back then is, so Spotify started like right as I started making music pretty much. So I remember like when I first started releasing music, I didn't know what Spotify was. And then I put it on and all my songs had that like less than 1,000, you know, that
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is whatever. It's just like ease of access. Like if one of my friends wants to listen to a song, he can check it on Spotify instead of SoundCloud or YouTube or whatever. But now, like, bro, you can make a living off streams where you don't have your back against the wall as much as you used to back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you used to be cornered into signing deals and this and that because you're not making any money. And the only way to, I mean, you're probably making some money, but like you might have released a mixtape that got you hot and you made money off tours or this or that because that mixtape got you hot. But like nowadays, bro, people can be a lot more comfortable and, make better decisions because they're not relying on label advances and this and that necessarily. If you built this shit up right, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm like, bro, I'm good. Like, I'm not desperate to sign this or sign that. Like, I have my own money. When I do shit, I invest my own money into it. I don't need this person to pay for it.
Yeah.
You give me the money, but you get 80% of what I do type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's all because it's streaming.
Yeah.
Is Spotify...
I haven't toured yet, so I was in school. Like, all my money is from streaming, really.
Congrats on dental school, by the way. I know you don't actually give a fuck. It's probably for your parents.
I'm licensed, bro. I got my license.
Yeah,
so I got my license.
I just got railed for a fucking root canal, man. My fucking insurance didn't cover it. $1,500, dude. Fuck me.
Yeah, bro. Root canals are hard as shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Did you finish that for your parents, or did you want to finish it?
It was both, bro. Yeah. I mean, I went because of I wouldn't say I went because of my parents, but
you stayed because of your parents.
I graduated college, right, in 2016, and I was like, my music wasn't taking off yet. I was probably making like $1,000 a month or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I know this is weird because nobody in my family has ever like taken that alternate route and done this. It's always been like, and like Middle Eastern parents, whatever, even foreign parents in general, it's like, all right, we came to this country, You know,
Yeah,
they gave up everything they had for me and my brother to have a chance to make a living and live a good life. So they're like, yo, go to school, get your degree, be a doctor, be a dentist, be a lawyer, like do something successful. So I graduated college, and like the whole time going through college, you know, I was taking classes to go to dental school. And I graduated and I was like, fuck, bro. Like, I remember I watched a Weekend interview, and he was saying something about how he literally just left everything, like put his bed in the back of a truck and just like left to make music pretty much. And I was like, bro, you know what? If I really want this shit, I gotta just go for it. And I was like, I'm not going to dental school. Like, I'm done. I graduated college. I'm gonna go move to LA and I'm gonna just do music full time. And
you said that to your parents and they beat the shit out of you.
Nah, bro. Bro, my parents are the best, man. They were like, look, obviously, you know what we think would be best for your future, but like if that's what you want to do and that's what makes you happy, like we'll support you. Just think about the decision you're making. Basically, that's what they said. So I was like sold on it for a bit, you know, senior year, I'm partying this and that, like, oh, graduating, everyone's lit. And I was like sold on it for a long time. I was like, fuck this, I'm, you know, doing music. And then I remember one day I was like, bro, what if I just threw all this away, like everything I just went to school for something that I could have done like while I was in school type shit. You know what I'm saying? And my plan was like, all right, let me just take a gap year then. Let me do 1 year, go see how it works. And if it doesn't work, then I'll go back to dental school. And my parents were like, all right, that's cool, but you know, if you leave for a year, you're not gonna want to go back.
Nobody
and at the
ever
time,
goes
I didn't think about it. Now, bro, now that I've been out for a year, bro, if I took that gap year off, I would have never gone back. And who knows how it would have played out. It could have gone well, where shit blew up and I was at the right time. You know, SoundCloud was popping off then, this and that. Or it could have gone terrible because I didn't blow up fast enough and I felt like I was running out of time.
Right,
like
right.
My back was against the wall. You know, that's
so
the
you don't regret any of it.
We don't know. So then, bro, I was going back and forth. I was like, fuck it. It was the day before applications were due or whatever. I remember I saw my friend who was also applying to dental school. He's like, bro, shit got to be in by tomorrow. I was like, bro, you know what? I'm going to just apply to one school. Like my college has a dental school, which is where my parents live, like in North Carolina. I was like, I'm going to just apply here, bro. I'm going to leave it to God. If I get in, I'm going to go to that shit. If I don't, then, you know, it's music. And, bro, I remember like the day I was studying for a final or some shit, I got a call. I was like, yo, you got in dental school. And I didn't know how to feel, bro. I was like, shit. I was like,
fuck, am I excited?
Hey, mom, I got in. Yeah, but at the same time, I was like, damn, I was really looking forward to just like doing music. But I mean, I believe that everything happens for a reason, bro. Yeah. I think one of the reasons I blew up was because when I was in dental school, I had the ability to make music without having the feeling of my back being against the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't making enough money to live back then. Mm-hmm. Like I made it like halfway through dental school, I started getting paid enough from music that I could make a living. And I was just making music on weekends, and it was like, it was passionate and it was enjoyable because I'm not like, oh shit, I got to do this, and this, because if I don't, then I'm not gonna be able to pay rent this month.
Yeah.
So I was just putting it out. You know, I was taking it seriously, obviously, but I wasn't coming from a place of pressure. I was coming from from my heart.
It's a passion, yeah.
And then, you know, luckily by the time dental school was over, you know, now I'm in a great place where I can, you know, do what I want and live a good life. So I think everything worked out perfectly, man.
Bro, it sounds like you, me, and Arab have had like a similar experience with that, because we all pursued our passions while going to school, and like it was hard, bro. Like that's just hard. It's not easy.
Bro, but that's the message we got to start pushing to people.
Yeah, I'm the opposite.
I agree.
Man.
I agree.
I'm the opposite.
You guys should both be accountable for that, because
I think
about it, bro.
School is a scam.
I mean, dude, I agree with you.
Let me tell you why.
To an extent.
Let me tell you why, Baz.
You go first.
I got it, because I'm passionate about this. My fucking 4th semester in college. Okay, I'm there for computer engineering, or at least what we thought was computer engineering, all of us, okay? It's called computer engineering technology. We get called into an auditorium 2 weeks after ad drop. For anyone listening, ad drop is the first week of school where you can add or drop classes without penalty. All right? So we get called in 2 weeks after ad drop. It's the end of January / early February. And it's hundreds of students from 3 different majors: mechanical engineering, computer, and electrical. And they call us into this auditorium and they go, we're changing all your majors. You're going to lose these classes here's the classes you're gonna have to take. So all the classes I had that semester, boom, now they don't count for anything. All the classes I'd taken the previous semester, boom, now they don't count for anything. I have fucking 2 semesters worth of unused credits. Okay? They told us this 2 weeks after, and I fucking raised my hand when they were like, any questions? I was like, how long have you guys known about this? They knew that they were gonna do this in December, the semester before, and they waited 2 weeks after we could add or drop classes without penalty to tell us. So basically, I lost fucking that whole semester. I could have done something else. I lost that whole fucking semester. I had to drop every class. I stayed in like 2 or 3 of them just so I could keep my scholarship, but I had to drop 3 other classes. And then that's when I started streaming and doing YouTube really aggressively. I was like, all right, fuck this, college is a scam. They knew this, and they basically wasted fucking 2 semesters of my time. Like, I graduated 5 months ago. I could have graduated a year and 5 months ago. So because they just fucked us over, you know, it was clearly like we fucking know, fuck you, we want your money, you know.
Yeah, but let me make a counterpoint. So I agree with everything you're saying, right? And what I'm saying is, I'm looking at the bigger picture. It's not about college. You mentioned scholarship, so you were probably, you know, in a well enough position where you had a place to sleep and you could have done YouTube while you're in school, right?
Yeah.
Think about someone's watching this video right now, and the only way they can make ends meet is if they're working. Say how long you're in class in college, however many hours,
8 to 10 hours.
They're working 8 hours a day, and they go home and they're like, fuck, I really want to do YouTube. I really want to do Twitch. I want to do music or something. But I guess all my life is this damn job, because without this, I wouldn't be able to make ends meet. That's why for us, it's important to be like, yo, you can go to that job. And that's why I'm saying it's not college. It's anything that consumes your time that you need 100%. To make ends meet.
Yes.
We need to be pushing that message where, yo, you can still do that shit and make it work. Follow your passion, I agree with that. Make it work.
I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought you were saying school specifically.
No, whatever it is that's taking up your time or whatever you need to pay your bills, and you thinking that you can't do what you really want to do on top of that just because that's the thing paying your bills.
Yeah, we push the fuck out of that message.
Yeah, so that's really what I'm, you know, trying to push to people, because I know, bro, I've had so many messages of people saying like, yo, I'm doing this and now I'm pursuing this and that, and it's like, bro, so much more power to you, because you only live this life once, bro, and you can only live certain years once. So it's like, if you don't do some shit that you really want to do just because you feel like your time is tied up with this, or, you know, you have to do this to pay your bills, and keep doing that. Like, keep doing that. Just make that extra push to know that if you do put those extra hours after work or before work or weekends or whatever into your craft or what you're really passionate about, there will be a time where that passion will take over your job and you'll no longer have to go to that job.
That's why I respect hustle so much, bro.
I always tell my chat, I always tell my community this, that what you do from 9 to 5 puts bread on the table, but what you do from 6 to 12 is an investment towards your future. And, you know, a lot of people, they, you know, they go home, they sit on Netflix, they do this and that, but like, bro, you gotta hustle something, bro. Cause I had the first time I had a job, I was like fucking 15, 16 years old. And me and my best friend at the time, and still to this day, we both had that same job, and all we could think of all day was, what can we do to make it so we don't have to go back to that piece of shit job anymore? And by the time I was 17, I was self-employed. And and the other thing too is like about school, I agree that school is a scam for the most part. Because dude, the fact that an 18-year-old can sign a contract to be in debt for $100,000 immediately before even entering the real world or having any scope of what that means is crazy to me, right? And people go to school for shit that they don't even like give a fuck about, and then they end up in crazy amounts of debt, and then they don't know how to what to do with it. My advice to anyone listening into like my chat usually is, if you want to go to college because your parents want you to, or this and that, go to a fucking, and you don't know what you want to do, go to a fucking community college for the first 2 years. Get those prerequisites out of the way, because that's what they are. The first 2 years of college don't fucking matter. See if you vibe with it. If you do, great. Then transfer to a university that's like with what you want to do. Because I'm like, dude, if you want to be a doctor, a neurosurgeon, please go to fucking college. So you have to, right? You want to be a biochemical engineer, go to fucking college. But the other thing that people don't even think about is like trade schools too. Like trade school, but electricians, people like that, they make hella money, bro. Like so much money, because no one wants to do that shit. But then you can build a sick company off of it. Like, people have this skewed perspective that if my friends are all getting into $80,000 of debt, we'll figure it out. Like they're doing it, I'll do it, whatever, right?
Most people in that situation are like afraid of what people around them think of them.
Exactly.
I think in our craft, we've all had to. Anybody in this entertainment craft has had to withstand the test of time of your closest friends or people that you thought were your friends, basically talking shit about you, like going, going.
And I would say one thing though.
Yeah.
So this kind of how I look at it. I do agree with everything you're saying. One of the most important parts of college, at least for me, and something I've seen for a lot of people, is the people that you actually meet while you're there. Because I've met people that have opened doors for me or told me about things that I wouldn't have known if I didn't go to college. And obviously you can meet these people other places as well, but I'm just saying, like, college is a community. Think about maybe how many YouTubers started when they met someone in college and now they're both on a YouTube channel or this or that. And I'm not saying college has to be the place.
Well, the last podcast we had, sorry, I'm going to cut you off before you continue that. The last podcast we had, he said that his best friend he met in college and they both became YouTubers together. So that's crazy that you just said that. Sorry, continue.
Because you're living in a dorm, like you have, it's the first time you really have that free time of your life where, you know, you're independent, you can do whatever you want. You might find someone that likes making YouTube videos just as much as you, and y'all really lock in and do that shit. Whereas if you didn't find that person, you might felt like you didn't have anyone to support you and you wouldn't have taken it as seriously. So something as small as that, it does. I'm not saying it has to be college, but personally, I think that's what college was good for. I also think college is good is if you know what you want to do and college is a stepping stone to get there, then go to college.
Yeah, for sure.
If you don't know what to do and you're just going to college because you're going to college, I can't tell you if it's a good or bad move, but what I will tell you is when you get there, don't dick around for 4 years and wait till that last semester to be like, oh shit, I still don't know what I want to do. I've just been getting fucked up this whole time and doing this and that. And now, because a lot of people, bro, use college as an excuse, as a term
to fuck around.
They're like, yo, what are you doing with your life? It's like, I don't know, I'm in college. And it's like, then when college ends, you see those same people still stuck in that mindset of, oh, I didn't know what I was doing. I was in college, and now they're scrambling. Everyone else has got jobs and doing this and that. And they're still thinking, oh shit, I didn't meet with this person to get that class done, to go to this internship, because they were just too busy getting fucked up. Oh, I'll do it later. Oh, I got 4 years. Man, I'll do that shit next year. That's the bad part, because people get stuck in that trap. And I saw it happen.
I always use this example of this chick I know where she went to college, to FSU, like a really expensive college, like $40,000 a fucking year or whatever, right? And I was like, what are you going to college for? She's like, oh, real estate. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, real estate. I'm like, you can get your fucking real estate license in 2 weekends at Bob Hoag's School of Real Estate down the fucking street. What are you going to fucking the most expensive college in Florida for? And she looked me in the eyes and said, I just want to get fucked up. And I was like, that's fucking, and now I'm pretty sure she's a fucking personal trainer. like what?
Hell yeah, bro. Send her my number.
Everyone's situation is different, bro. People's family backgrounds and where they come from.
I like you. You're very understanding.
I like you too, man. Thank you, bro.
Careful, man. And the rap game, that shit's and
what you flexing on the people for?
I'm not flexing right now, bro.
Oh, all right.
You want me to flex? No. That's just the fucking arms, bro. I've been putting in the work. I was obese, bro. I was obese 9 months ago.
Hey, there you go.
I let myself go when I got really addicted to like making this work. Because my shit popped during COVID. Like that's when it really took a fucking zoom. And then I was like, okay, I gotta get back. I gotta get back to taking care of my health. Cause
that's what every morning, bro. First thing I do, I have to go to the gym.
Same.
But like
that's
my
what
day
I do.
just feels like it's.
I stream it, bro. I figured out how to fucking monetize it.
Oh really? There you go.
Yeah, I started off the stream with a workout. We work out together. We fucking bike together.
Yeah.
And it
my head,
it keeps the vibe.
My body, everything feels off if I don't start my day with a workout.
Dude, there's like I feel like everybody has a point in their career where they let go of their health to really, really grind. But if there's one thing from all the most successful people that I've ever spoken to, like my dad said, I've been on business meetings with my dad with like really, really rich people, I guess, whatever, fucking. And the one thing they say is they regret not taking care of their health because you can't buy that. You can't buy it, you know? You end up fucking obese, you get diabetes. Like, sure, you can buy insulin, but you're gonna fucking have to. You're gonna have to.
You can buy insulin, no less.
Like you're gonna have to inject that shit. Man.
Hey yo, I got a question about your music real quick. Going back to that, you ever had any features by any like big artists or anyone like that, or?
I'm working on one right now, actually. It's not a massive artist, but it's artist bigger than me, and I think it'd be a super dope collab. Um, but for a while, I mean, I just kind of stuck to myself, and I was just like, I want people need to know me before they know someone else, and that's why I'm doing this song a week thing, and I haven't done any features. But I'm like, the next step after this is I'm gonna start working with different artists who I fuck with, where we can make some dope music, and then we can start, like collaborating and expanding into each other's fan bases.
Smart move.
But for me right now, it's like, bro, I want people to know me for me. I don't want to be like, oh, that was the guy that was on that song. It's
Yeah,
like, no,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
want people to really like my music, at the end of the day.
Have you ever thought of creating like a collective of artists? So what we've noticed is, this podcast is called the Branders Podcast. Our vlog channel is called the Branders Vlogs. Like our whole friend group that is, driven doing something, it's called the Branders Boys. And people love associating with a community, more than one person. It's like, yo, if he's not fucking uploading music today, I'm gonna go listen to his music. So it's like if one of us isn't live, they're in the other person's chat that's part of this community.
Yeah.
It's like,
Nah.
yeah.
So I've thought of basically what you see in music is where an artist will start kind of like a sub label, and they'll just have artists that they sign and they help build up. So you're probably talking more of like a collective where everyone's kind of on the same playing field, right?
Yeah.
Or yeah, I haven't thought about that. For the other situation where it's like signing artists, I definitely want to help artists get on.
Well, that too. Like we have that idea too in the future.
But I want to make sure I'm big enough where I can actually help them enough to get on.
Yeah,
I don't want to just sign them to take a cut of their money. I want to make sure I can do something. So if I'm not fully where I want to be, I can't sign someone and expect me to get them where they want to be. So until I get to that level, I'm not gonna, have someone sign to me or this or that.
I had a question about you have 1.5 monthly listeners on Spotify, but you only have 180,000 followers. How is that convert? Not only, 1.5 million, right?
Million.
Wait, what did I say?
1.5.
He said 1.5 monthly listeners.
1.5 million. I don't know. I said that. How's that conversion rate? What's that statistic there? How does that work?
So monthly listeners, I don't know the exact meaning behind monthly listeners, to be honest. It's not streams. Like I don't get 1.5 million streams per month. I really don't know what exactly monthly listeners is. Followers is people that follow me, and every time I release something, they see it.
Yeah, I've clicked follow on a few artists. I don't know if it actually does anything. Like, what is that?
Follow that should be with I think with release radar and things like that, and discover.
Wait, so
release radar.
Release radar is like an algorithm based thing.
Yeah, it's based.
Oh, that's like cool. I didn't know that.
My shit will pop up in their release radar.
I
get shit from people I don't follow.
Sorry?
I get shit from people I don't follow, just people I listen to.
Yeah, you might see. I don't know the ins and outs of the Spotify algorithm, because one, it's probably always changing, and two, there's just some shit that I don't have the information about.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big Spotify user like that. Like I have Spotify, and I'll go to playlists, like my own playlists and shit that I make of music that I like. But I don't use like Release Radar or Discover Weekly or New Music Friday or anything like that. So I don't know exactly like the details. But yeah, monthly listeners is correlated with streams, but I don't know the exact terminology they use to describe a monthly listener.
Spotify's owned by Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they inflate everything.
Yo,
I was
just saying, going back to the feature question, because I just want to ask this before we end. If you could have one feature by anyone, who would it be?
It depends on the record, but I would say Drake or J. Cole or Wayne.
That's good. Those are hard.
Yeah,
Drake's an instant hit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's Drake. Well, he's one of my favorites, and that's the stimulus package right there.
Yeah.
You should take out a bank loan for the Drake feature.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure people have too, 100%.
Yeah, but J. Cole, I mean, growing up in North Carolina, he was like one of the first people that opened my eyes. Like, oh shit, this dude is an hour away from me, and he did all this. But yeah, bro. I mean, before I even listen to rap music, bro, I listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers, fucking
Yeah, my
the
man.
Ramones, like Real Big Fish, bro. I used to listen to everything. Like
Real
punk
Big
rock.
Fish. No way you just said Real Big Fish. That's
Dude,
crazy.
I listen to everything. AC/DC,
Whoa.
bro.
AC/DC, nice. Real Big
Like
Fish. Wow. Holy shit. I haven't heard that name in literally like 10 years,
Franz
bro.
Ferdinand. You know Franz
Franz
Ferdinand?
Ferdinand?
That's
Yeah,
the
I know Franz
motherfucker that
Ferdinand. What
sailed
the
the
fuck was that
ocean.
one song? What was that
King of
one song
Rock.
what was that one song by Franz Ferdinand that everyone knew, bro? What the fuck was it?
Uh,
I'm gonna
All right,
look
we
it
just
up,
got
bro. There's no way.
copyright strike.
It has
That's
to be his most
crazy.
played song.
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
yeah,
dun.
yeah.
Say,
Fuck.
don't you know,
Yeah. What the fuck, dude?
You say,
Yeah, we're not making money off this
Take
podcast.
Me Out. I think it's
Take me out. It's Take Me Out. Take Me Out. It's
got a baby, bro.
455 million plays, dude.
Wait,
Yeah,
on
that's
YouTube?
nothing. That shit should be a classic.
No,
On
it's on
YouTube?
That shit should have
Spotify.
5 billion.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's crazy thinking about how big music was back, like how big I thought songs were back then before streaming. And now when I look at streaming numbers for songs, I'm like, oh shit, that only had that many streams. But obviously, because that's the streaming came after that song was already popping off. But
Well, there was,
I
like,
wonder sometimes, like
CDs
if
and
streaming
shit,
was
right?
a thing back then, I'm so curious how many streams some of these songs would have had.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a great point. How does, I mean, I don't know how much you're willing to dive into that, but how does monetization work on Spotify? Like on YouTube, it's pretty obvious. Everyone knows that YouTube gets paid. It's like per 1,000 views, depending on what you're in. If you're in gaming, you get like, you know, X amount of money. If you're in blah blah blah, and there's different advertising levels. Makeup is the highest paid, next to finance. Yeah. Gaming is the lowest. On Spotify, how does that work?
So you get like roughly a little less than half a cent per stream.
Oh shit!
That's
really?
not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah. So
Whoa,
once you start
bro, I'm
getting
gonna
like
start fucking putting your money on. Oh my god.
Yeah, once you start getting a few million streams per month, like I was saying, you can.
That's $1 for 120 streams.
It's what? Sorry.
That's roughly $1 for 120 streams. Wait,
Yeah, so like
no, my math's wrong. 200 streams. Sorry. My brain's far.
Every million streams is like $4,000 to $5,000.
Okay, makes sense.
Roughly,
that's how
yeah.
YouTube is basically.
But then you got to start talking about where does the money go from Spotify? That's the bigger question.
Wait, what do you mean?
So for me, Spotify, I get 100% of that money from Spotify.
Right.
For a lot of people, they might get
their label
from
that's what you're saying.
5 to 10 to 15% of that.
If they're owned by a label.
It could be various things.
Dude, that's such little money that they like. Labels really fuck you over. We had you know who Cam Holler is?
Who?
Cam Holler?
Cam Holler?
He's big in like the YouTube music scene. We had him on our podcast recently, like two podcasts ago. And we were just talking about how labels fuck the artists over.
I mean, bro, I think labels serve a purpose, and I think there's two ways to look at it.
Yeah.
One, look at how many artists would have been nothing without a label. Then they sign to a label and become massive. Then you can't complain about the label taking that much money. If they're investing the money to start you up and get you going and put you out, and
15% of $1 million is more than.
Then you can't come back down the road and be like, wait, where's my share? When they were the ones that did all that, you know?
Yeah.
Now, if you're an established artist going into a label and you sign a deal like that, then that's on you.
Yeah, it's on you. Yeah.
Like, they're not forcing you to sign. I mean, obviously, like these younger kids, like they're kind of, you know, tricking them this and that.
Naive.
And yeah, I mean, you know, obviously there's different conversations like, oh, we think you'll be the biggest artist, whatever. You know, we think you'll do this and that. Like, I think labels serve a purpose. I wouldn't have a problem signing with a label if the terms are right. I'm not anti-label at all. I just think that a lot of people don't look into what they're doing before they do it.
Yeah.
I think the label serves a great purpose for a lot of artists. But I also think that a lot of artists can get fucked over by labels when they think they're a priority and they're not.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's the main issue.
Dude, this guy.
Hey, bro, I'm well researching the game. I'm a veteran. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting started, but I'm a veteran.
the problem with a lot of labels too is that like, you know, some people, they can get hot by themselves, and like I feel like there's more of an availability to put your stuff out there than there was before, because, you know, labels in like the early 2000s, late 90s, they were the only way to get radio play, they were the only way to get out there. Yeah, but now it's not like that at all. Now you can upload to SoundCloud, you have a social media following, you can get your own followers, you know what I'm saying, like you can put yourself on, and like that was not even an option back then, to where like labels are still as gnarly now as they were back then, but don't offer any more help. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And this is the thing, man. A label can really make you pop off, but if you're depending on someone else to build you a fan base,
Exactly.
and that label drops you or whatever goes south or however it plays out, and then you're left with, you have to release music independently and nobody's streaming it. Like, I think that says more about you than the label, to be honest.
Yeah. Agreed.
A lot of people don't know how to build their brand.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, a lot of people want shortcuts for shit. And like you were saying, the quick money. And it's like, bro, this isn't going to last forever. Like, you might be on a label with a hot song, and then when that song expires, they're not feeling it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's popping, and they know the song. They don't know you.
Yeah.
And then what are you gonna do after that? I mean, you might have the advance money they gave you, but are you in this for the advance, or are you in this for a career?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If you're happy with the advance and it's a lot of money, then if that's what you want, do it. Shit, if a label offered me a certain amount of money and I was cool with it, I'll take the advance. I'm not saying don't take it, but when it comes down to $100,000 advance, or, you know, $500,000, it might seem like a lot of money, but if you look at how it actually plays out, you realize 5 years down the road, I probably shouldn't have taken that deal.
Yeah, bro, because they be doing like 100,000 to 250,000 for a 4-album deal, where you can only put out an album a year. You know what I'm saying? Like you're signed for fucking 4 years.
You're not making any money till you pay that money back.
Exactly.
And not even that. The money you're paying that back with is your percentage of the share of the royalties. So it's not like, oh, all the money's going back to your advance, then we'll start doing our percentages. It's like, no.
Yeah.
We're keeping ours.
Yeah.
Your percentage that you agreed to, when you get that amount up to how much we paid you, then we'll start paying you.
Yeah.
Really?
Like,
so they take it up front?
That's an advance. Like if they advance you.
All right, they give me $500,000, right?
Yeah.
Or say they gave me $1 million, and they signed me to a deal where I'm getting 15% of the royalty share.
That 15% doesn't go to you until you've paid off the 500.
But that 15% is going to the 500. It's not.
Yeah.
The 500 isn't getting paid off from 100% of the royalties. So say a song makes
100 grand.
Okay, 100 grand.
You get 15
a month. Only 15,000 of that is going back to paying off the advance.
Yeah, but they don't pay you until the advance is paid off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So something that would have taken.
And then they get to keep 85 after it?
Yeah.
Still?
Yes.
No, they're keeping 85 the whole time, bro.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so much.
So, but then like I was saying, shit,
bro.
If you're an artist with 1,000 monthly listeners and now you have 10 million monthly listeners,
yeah,
it was worth it.
Yeah, you're right.
Think about how many artists get signed every day and how many blow up like that. So that's what I'm saying. It's on you if you expected them to make you blow up, because you get this little fantasy in your head. Oh shit, I'm about to be the hottest thing out, and then a song drops that they put 50,000 behind or however much behind, and it doesn't perform well. Shit, you might get another shot. If that one doesn't go well, sorry, buddy. Like, good luck. You know, and good luck, but we still need that money back. So when that money starts getting made back, then we'll give you your shit back. How
does like filming music videos work? How often do you do those?
I think I've done like 3 this year, something like that. I don't know.
How do you pick which song?
So there's 2 ways to do it. One that I've been doing is a song that I like the most that I think would be dope for the music video. I'll record a music video to it, and I'll drop it the same day the song comes out, or maybe like a week after. The other way is you wait to see if a song blows up or whichever song's getting the most streams, and then drop a music video for that song, which is probably the smarter way to do it. But the thing about music videos that I've noticed is that a lot of these like big production music videos that you see are probably anywhere from 50 to 100,000 plus per video. And obviously they're dope videos and shit, but dude, the internet these days, like the generation we live in, some people live for that like not even low quality, but that like not over edited shit. You know
homegrown amateur style, yeah.
Think about how, I mean, some people relate to that more, and a lot of people blow up off those type of videos instead of some overproduced shit, 'cause it's more like relatable. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I never have spent more than like 3,000 to 5,000 on a music video, because like for me it just doesn't make sense. Now if I have the #1 song on Billboard, am I gonna fucking put 100,000 into a music video? Of course. But what I'm saying is like, I think some people have their priorities messed up, where it's like, all right, say I made 10,000 this month. You think the best use of half of that money would, or for like $8,000 for a music video out of that 10,000 would be your best use for that money? Like, bro, put that into some other sort of marketing or publicity or whatever to potentially get your song off the ground, instead of putting in a music video that might end up getting 800 views.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you like script the music videos and come up with the ideas for them, or does somebody do that?
So it depends. The most recent videos I shot were with my homie from back home who I was telling you about. My videographer was on that podcast. So we'll just we'll brainstorm some shit, pick some locations, think of some ideas, and then like literally the last two, I was sitting in the room with him, and I was on the keyboard and mouse, like cutting shit up, editing, putting this there, like switching frames, and then he would come in, like color correct it, do the all the shit that I don't know how to do, and then that would be it.
Yeah, but who like scripted the actual music video?
It was like me and him sitting in a room, like, all right,
I want to do this. I want to do
tomorrow. We're filming the video. All right, we need this, 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 and this. We're gonna go to this location, that. So it's nothing like too high. We don't need a bunch of props and this and that. And I mean, obviously, could I make doper videos? Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying my videos are the best, but do my videos serve a purpose for what they do? I think so.
For sure. It's an art, 100%. Seeing like a first product and then a final product.
Yeah, for sure.
Baz, we have a fucking question that we ask everybody as we near the end of the podcast. It's a staple of this podcast, actually. And who's like the hottest woman you know?
Did I know?
No, you don't have to know her. Like, that you know of. You got someone in mind already because you asked it like that. So.
Well, no, I'm just wondering if I can answer that question. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she's a close friend. She's a singer. Hey, shit.
No, it could be like a celebrity, bro.
I'll give you my celebrity crush. Let me think.
Yeah.
But whoever that close friend is that's listening, that's a singer, no, he totally doesn't have a crush on you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Shit. Wait, y'all go first. I want to hear yours.
I mean, I pick like Alexandra Daddario. I like the eyes. You know who that is?
Nah, who's that?
Look her up. She got nice eyes.
How you spell that shit?
Alexandra
Daddario?
Yeah, Dadd.
Eric's gotta pick one that people know of. He always says that shit, and people are always like, "Who the fuck is that?" There's not been one person that's like, "Oh, I know who that is."
I'm not into like basic white bitches, so.
Oh, damn, she got some crazy eyes.
Right? Yeah.
Who would I say, man? Shit,
You look like a Megan Fox kind of guy.
See, I would have said that back then, but things are a little different now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go with like a shit. This might be a comment. I'm gonna go with a Kylie Jenner.
Okay, that's fair.
That's a good one.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She got her business down, you know what I'm saying? She's very business oriented.
And it's great for this question too, because
yeah, it is. Yeah, there's a bit of irony behind that.
So next,
shit, I might have to click disconnect if you get too crazy on me, bro.
Listen, man, just stay here. So next question, like obviously you don't have to be gay to understand a dude is like good looking. So like if you had to pick like whatever, who would be the most good looking dude? You know, normally you go with like Chris Evans or something. Is that cool?
Yeah, you know who I'll go with? Well, this, I don't even know it's about good looking, but this dude is the boss all around, bro. Daniel Craig.
I don't know who that is.
The fucking James Bond dude, right? Isn't that his name? Daniel Craig?
Daniel Craig. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, this guy is a boss.
The dude that just did like the 007 movies and shit.
Yeah, the like the most recent.
I think I can show them.
Okay.
That guy,
bro. Like all around, bro. That dude just.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
So
he'd
one
whoop your
day,
ass, he'd take your girl. He'd do it all.
100%. So one day, Baz, surgeries are gonna get really, really good.
Yo, chill. Don't do this to me, bro. Don't do this.
Hey, listen, man. I know you're in the rap game, so you might not want to answer it. That's okay. Every guest so far, there's been 59 podcasts before you, has answered it. So if you want to be that one, you know you can be, but it's up to you. You just let us know after. One day surgeries are gonna get really good where you can't tell the difference. You know, where like somebody was born a woman is now a man. He's getting ready to. He's like, I need a drink. Someone was born.
You're not about to get me canceled, bro. You're not getting me canceled.
No. Don't worry. Somebody was born a woman is now a man, completely like indistinguishable, right? So like Daniel Craig, he looks exactly like he is. He was born a woman. He's now a man. Everything about him is the same, but he's got a vagina. Okay. Kylie Jenner, born a dude, now she's a woman. Everything about her is the same. Everything, voice, boobs, ass, but she's got a dick. You got to go down on one of them.
Bro, stop. No, I ain't answering that, bro. I ain't answering that. I'm sorry.
You can't answer that one, bro.
Shout out to the 59 people, but however many people are here before me, I ain't answering that shit, bro.
Wait, what state are you from?
I'm from North Carolina, but I live in Florida now. I live in Miami. Aren't y'all in Florida?
Yeah, we live in Florida. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. We'll be down there rolling out. There's a spot that when I went to Miami last time, probably one of the best late night spots I've ever been to. It's called Sriracha House. It's the best fried rice.
I don't think I've been there.
4 a.m. Yeah, you should go there.
Is it in South Beach?
It's spelled wrong. I don't know. It's some fucking. Yeah, I think it is in South Beach.
It's on the beach side or like the downtown?
Yeah, beach side. Sriracha House. They have it spelled wrong because they're fucking idiots. Anyways, we'll give you that. He's not gonna answer the question, guys. He's in the rap game. He answers that shit, they're gonna end up fucking killing him anyway.
I'm sorry, bro. I can't answer that.
No, you're good, bro. Don't apologize.
How about the listeners? You answer in the comments or whatever. Let me know what you think.
Hey, comment down below what you guys would choose.
Yeah, I'll take your pick.
Hey, dude, I'm glad you didn't answer because I was honestly gonna use your answer as a sample, bro. Honestly.
Hey, next beat. You almost ended my career.
Hey, listen, Baz, where can people find you? Like, what are your plans for the next few?
Yeah, so Bazanji.
Is that linked down below?
NJI. Yeah, is it?
Yeah, I think it is. I think they can click something down like there and they can click all your socials.
Yeah. But Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Tidal, wherever you listen to music, SoundCloud. Right now, this whole year so far, I've been releasing a song every Friday. I have a playlist called Bazanji Complete on Spotify that I update every Friday with a new song. So if you want to just go down and listen to them, you can hear everything from when I started. So every single that comes out on Friday.
You have everything from the beginning on there?
For the most part.
Even your first?
Shit that doesn't have samples. Not that stuff.
Nah. Would you ever release those? Would you ever do like a video?
Maybe I'll send you a Dropbox or something, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I've always like, I regret some of my first videos, I deleted them. I was like, these are cringe, and I deleted them, and I regret it now. Like, those were like 6 years ago. I always go, I wish I still had those like privated.
Yeah, you gotta privatize them. You gotta private them.
No, I have the like a iTunes playlist with all my songs, like 500 songs, whatever. So sometimes I'll like click the last one after I make a new song. I'll like play my new song and I click the first song ever to like compare and be like, damn, bro,
that's cool.
Think about it, like, damn, we came a long way.
Yeah.
So it's been a fun ride, man. Shout out to y'all, bro. Y'all are doing your thing.
This was fun.
Thank you for having me, bro. And to all the listeners, these are great guys. They know how to have a great conversation. Thank you for having me. That's not what they want to hear.
They want you to apologize for not answering the question. They waiting for the end of the podcast.
My greatest condolences.
My greatest condolences.
Yo, guys, if y'all made it to the fucking end, whether you're on Spotify, Apple, wherever you are, guys, make sure to check out Bazanji. All his links are in the description. Make sure to check out all the Branders channels. They're up there. We'll see you guys the fuck later. And also, if you guys want to use music in your videos, use his. Peace.
Oh, yeah.